Well, it's been a slow start to the week, but with a bigger finish to the week. So we've actually done all right at the end of it. Show how it went. Well, hello everybody, it's Dave here, Anvil Logistics, and it's Tuesday the 30th of April. So it's the last day of the month. I'm just leaving a delivery site, so I couldn't start filming obviously until I was leaving there. It was a massive, big kitchen company. Dropped off some air freight from this morning. So I didn't put a video out last week. I was a bit busy, to be honest with you. Had a few things at home that needed sorting out, bit of DIY, changed the car, all kinds of things. So didn't do it, so you had a bit of a relief. I did put an ADR video out midweek. I don't suppose everyone will have seen that because that subject has got to interest you. So last week was a steady, unadventurous week. Money-wise, I made just over my minimum target. So, again, just enough, but no great shakes, no records broken. And I have a feeling this week might be a little bit of the same, because yesterday I only did the one job, and it was a local job. And then I had to make sure I was back because I've got new front tyres on the van, which may surprise some people considering I only got the van on the 5th of February, was it? Something like that. And it surprised me too. But when it went in for a service, they highlighted that the front tyre wear was low and should look at putting new tyres on the front, which surprised me for a van that had extremely low mileage on when I got it. So I can only assume, and I won't prove it, that there's a bit of tyre swapping going on at the dealership, and I ended up with relatively lowish tyres, legal but low on the front. And they did point out at the VW service place that the tyres that are on my van are not the tyres that are fitted when it leaves the factory. So there's another clue as well. But I got the service done at the service centre in Manchester, and I bought it from the VW place in Liverpool. I did put a complaint in, but apart from a stack of sorry to hear that, nothing was really done. But anyway, so what I've had to do is this. So the van had Falcons on it, which are alright tyres, but they're not the ones it leaves the factory with. And the ones on the back have absolutely loads of tread, but the ones on the front were getting towards the legal limit. Now I could have swapped front to back, but it wouldn't have given me much time anyway. So I've opted to buy two new Falcons for the front because I want to have the same brand of tyre all round on the van. So that's what I did. I bought two new Falcons for the front, and they're now fitted. And my intention is that with these new ones being on the front and the back ones still having quite a lot of meat on, I would suspect that they'll all pretty much wear down at the same level. And then I'm going to probably get some of those cross climates on it next time. A full set of those. A bit more expensive, but lots of guys I know use them. And give it the thumbs up. So that meant yesterday, not a big earning day at all. Today is going to be a full day's work from my own customers. So this morning, first thing, I was at Manchester Airport, collected some air freight, which I've taken to here, Barton upon Humber, to deliver. And now I'm going to do some collections of air freight and take them back to the airport. So I'm on my way to Grimsby now to collect. Then I'll be going to Doncaster, Rotherham, and then Sheffield, taking all that back to Manchester Airport. Some of them are on time collections, but a lot of the time, if you're in a van, you can get in early. So that's what we're going to try and do, and aim to be back at Manchester Airport early afternoon, and possibly try and squeeze another job in. I mean, this won't be bad money, but we'd like a little bit more, simply because yesterday we didn't get much, did we? But I'm finding, not just with my own customers, but it seems as though the industry as a whole is a little bit quiet. And, you've got to fight to get your work. I've struggled to pick up backloads on the CX. Last week I did a few, not many. And yesterday, having done that local job for my own customer, knowing I could only stay local, they had nothing local for me. I thought I'd try and get some local work on the CX, but I didn't manage to secure any. So it's difficult to get bids unless you're really willing to go super cheap. But these weren't backloads, were they? I was just kind of putting minimum price bids in to just go across the city, but didn't get one. And that's the way the mop flops, and there's nothing I can do about it. So what we're hoping out of this week is to get at least the minimum. And then next week, of course, is a 4-day week because it's the bank holiday. So, you've got to bear that in mind. Now, sometimes on 3 days I've made a bag of cash. And sometimes on 5 days I've struggled. So there's no right or wrong, and there's no definite way of doing it. But at least it's sunny today for the first time. It's nice and warm in the van. Not got the heating on, and the outside temperature at the moment is a balmy 15 degrees, which is a good upturn as we drive through the leafy lanes of, I'm assuming this is Humberside. I don't know what county it is. It might be Lincolnshire, possibly. Don't know. But anyway, we're on our way to Scunthorpe, do the first collection, which is just a couple of boxes. Then the rest of the collections will be pallets. And I'll keep in touch with you throughout the week and see how we're getting on. Well, it's Tuesday now. No, it's Wednesday. Sorry, Wednesday, the 1st of May. And it's been a good day so far. At the moment, I thought I'd give you a little view to look at. If you can see it when this thing splits up. But that is the River Mersey, and I am in Liverpool at the moment. And facing me, obviously on the other side of the Mersey there, is the Wirral. If I look to the right hand side, you won't be able to see much, but further down there is Birkenhead. And then if you go over to that way, you'll be going up to Widnes, I think, and things like that. Anyway, there's not much happening on the Mersey, as you can see. It looks like the tide's out because a lot of mud flats in front of me here. But anyway, what's happening today? Well, today is 2 good ADR jobs this morning. I did the first one, very local one, which I've done before, less than a mile, good money for it. And the second one, which has brought me up here to Liverpool. And I've also got a job that's going to Hayes from Liverpool, but I can't pick that up till 1 o'clock. And it's now about 11:30. So I'm going to get some lunch, early lunch, do a bit of paperwork in the van. And by the time I get down to Hayes, it will be a really, really good day's take, which will make up for the Monday's disappointment. And also, I'd like to offer an apology whilst I'm on. Some of you may have seen I did an ADR video in the week, and I did have a contribution to that from someone called Van Roman, who is a subscriber, and he sent me an email with details of problems he's had as an ADR driver, and I lost the email. I must have deleted it by mistake, and I could not find it again. So I want to apologise, because I did say I was going to mention that in the video. And if you resend me that email, I will mention it in my next video. But I want to thank you for sending it anyway. It's just I'm so useless with IT, me. I lose things and I can never retrieve them. I've been back through previously deleted and things like that. I can't find it. So just an apology for taking the time and trouble to send it to me, and me being an absolute nonce and completely losing it. Anyway, there's a nice view of the Mersey, and I'm off. I'll catch you later in the week. Thursday, 2nd of May, and it's about 9:45 in the morning, and we're on a nice long drive today. We're going to Yeovil. So I picked up this morning up in Lancashire, East Lancashire, and I'm going down to a defence company in Yeovil, and it's a good job. It's a well-paid job, and with this job, when I do my maths, I know that I'm definitely going to be on an on-target week this week now. So it'll be a fairly long day, because it's going to be I think I'll get there about 1:30, and pretty much turn and burn again. Unlikely to pick anything up on the way back, I think. And sometimes I don't feel like it anyway, which doesn't make good economic sense, I know. But I get a good rate for this, so the journey back doesn't really hurt me. I mean, if you're a purist and you're absolutely furious with me about the dead miles, you've got to do your way. I do this job to suit me. Sometimes the mathematics of the job don't always add up. But I like this drive down. It's a nice, easy drive. Play me music, chat on the phone to people, get it loaded, turn and burn and just go home. Now, I do have the feed on. It's very difficult to keep an eye on the feed when you're driving anyway. But if, for example, there was a hazardous load in that area or nearby, perhaps it was coming up the next morning back up north, then I would consider bidding for it. And if the bid was accepted, find some accommodation and bring it back the next day. But the likelihood of that are pretty low. But that kind of thing, I'd do that. But all things considered, I do like to get home. Now, don't get me wrong. If I didn't have this customer giving me regular work, I would probably have to change my working practices, wouldn't I? I'd probably have to consider tramping out more and things like that. But it's not something I really fancy doing, because there's nothing like being in your own bed at night. And there's the hygiene aspect. You've got to find somewhere to wash and shower. I mean, yes, I know you can use baby wipes and everything, but quite frankly, I like to have a nice shower and feel clean. When I've been sat on my big, fat, sweaty ass all day, I like to get home, have a shower, get some clean clothes on, pair of tracky bottoms, a t-shirt, and feel clean. And when I tramp out, on the few occasions I've done it, I've always felt grubby the next day. Yeah, I carry spare clothes with me, and I've got, wet wipes, things like that, but it's just not the same. It's not to me. But if I didn't have this customer, then yeah, I'd have to consider changing my working practices. But it might take the joy out of the job then. I don't know. I know some people do it, and they do it all week, and they do it successfully, and they've got great setups in the vans. There's a guy I know, for example, who's got the same type of van as me, and half of this bulkhead has been cut out, and it drops down into a bed, and it's got a night heater. But he hasn't got a shower. Now, I know you can use showers at the services. How clean are they? I don't know. Or you can join one of those national gyms and perhaps go in and use the facilities there. and those are the only facilities that use a gym. You're not going to catch me on a treadmill. But it's not quite the same as staying in a hotel with a nice clean bed and a shower. And if it's an ADR job, going back the next day, then you can easily factor in the cost of a hotel. If it's a bloody CX job coming back the next day at crap pence per mile, then you can't be factoring in hotel stays, can you? But anyway, for the time being, I'm lucky. I've got this pretty regular work, even in these lean times, off my customer, and I'm grateful for it. Don't get work every day, but I get work enough to keep the wolf from the door. So that's me today. Nice long rundown. I've more than likely nice drive back. Anyway, I can always listen to the Anvilier's Greatest Hits on YouTube, and you should too.
Well, it's still Thursday, but after me saying before that obviously I didn't think I was going to get a job down there, I did get a job, but it's not from down there, but it's kind of just over halfway back home. So what happened was, I did my delivery down in Yeovil and there was no work there. I set a journey and started heading back, and I saw on the Courier exchange there was an ADR job advertised going from the East Midlands, and it was going up to Scotland, up to Greenock. So it was like a 300-mile drive. So I thought, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'll put a bid in for that, because if I do get it for the money I'm asking, it's worth staying overnight there, picking that up in the morning and taking it up. And because of the good money, you're not bothered about getting a backload out of Scotland, because you're getting great money up. And that would really cap off the week for me. So I put the bid in, and 10 minutes later I got a phone call and I was offered the job. And it was for a 10 o'clock pickup. So I thought, okay, 10 o'clock's not so good. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So I took the job, sent a message to my customers to say, look, I'm unavailable tomorrow. Got an ADR job, they understand that. And thought, right, I'll keep an eye on the feed, see if I can get anything else going up that way, but I didn't. I thought, well, no problem. I'll get up to the hotel for tea time. I can have a chill. It's a tiring long drive today. I'll get something to eat, have a shower, do a bit of paperwork, which I've done, all of those things. But on the way back, I did get a phone call from the shippers. I thought, oh, they've cancelled it. And I booked the hotel as well. And just to say, it'll be ready at 8:30 if you want, so you can get there a bit earlier. I thought, well, that is cracking. Just means I'll get home a bit earlier, doesn't it? So that's where I am now. I found myself in a travel lodge. And what a bargain this travel lodge is. It's lovely. It looks like they've done it out a bit. And £36 for the night. I love travel lodges. They are cheap. They're always clean. Your rooms are always spotless. And I've had a shower. Just having a brew at the moment. Been doing a bit of my paperwork. Getting all my, things up to date. There's some payments have come through that are processed. And I'm probably just now, I'm going to watch a bit of Netflix. And chill out, get a good night's sleep, wake up nice and refreshed. I've got some clean clothes, and I've got my flask cup here to make a coffee to set me off in the morning. So can't say further than that really. So that will round off on what will be actually now, where I thought it was just going to be an on target week. It will be a good week because of the money I'm getting for that. But that, I mean, it's luck, isn't it? It's luck. It's not skill or anything like that. It's just luck. I happen to be in the right place, saw that job, thought, worked out the circumstances will work out for me. So I've had a great paying job today, and I'm getting an even better paying job tomorrow. And it's a long weekend. Wife and I are planning to go away for a couple of days. Just have a chill out, really. And then we begin again on Tuesday, don't we? Which will be a short week. So we'll just see how the week goes next week. But this week has turned out to be pretty decent, and I'm quite pleased. I didn't think it was going to be that way at the start of the week, with not really working much on the Monday, but it turned out. So I'm going to round off this video now, because all I'm doing tomorrow is driving up to Scotland and driving back, and then it means I don't have to mess about uploading a new video tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with the channel. I'm really pleased and chuffed that I've got so many subscriptions, because let's face it, it's a very limited subject, isn't it? It's not of great interest to all that many people. So I thank the ones who watch and stick with me. If you don't mind, would you give us a thumbs up on the button that's down below you? That helps the channel get out there. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to it, completely free of charge, no obligation, doesn't hold you to anything. All it does is help the channel out. Thank you for watching this week, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.